You know, when folks ask me, and I've talked to a lot of folks at the conference and otherwise because I like to talk, but when we talk about communication in our organization, it's kind of all of the above. We use every tool that we can think of. And so I encourage you not to limit yourself to any one tool. Certainly I mentioned a moment ago that the communications portal that we have through Benefit Focus has been a great addition to our arsenal or our toolbox. In that, you know, we load all of our documents there, we personalize it, we brand it, it feels like us, and so that's been a great addition. But when we communicate, we don't just choose one way, we choose 10 ways, and I'm sure a lot of you do the same thing, but don't limit yourself. We always include mailings to home. In fact, we surveyed our folks and asked, how do you want to be communicated with just a few years ago? And they actually said they wanted things mailed to the home. We thought that'd be the last thing they wanted because they don't read it. I don't know if any of you ever have experienced that. But they still want written materials, and so we still do that. We do postcards, we do letters. But one of the things that we've done more recently is tried to make sure that the things we mail to home are unforgettable. And so our latest creation was a postcard that flips out and looks like a tractor trailer, a truck. And so it didn't cost a whole bunch more than a regular postcard, but we found that, a small postcard does get lost in the junk mail, whereas something that's flashy and has our colors, and when you open it up, it actually looks like something the kids might want to play with. It is a little less forgettable. And so that's one of the directions we're going when we talk about mailing. But, we of course use emails. We communicate a lot through our leadership. And so we do things like monthly slides when it's appropriate to leaders. We have frequent, what some may call staff meetings in their organizations. We actually call them IQ meetings. They're required throughout our organization to help foster our culture and communications. And we, as Benefits, make sure that our leadership gets slides on what's our latest and greatest thing. So we give them tools to help them help us. And so, that's certainly a way. But certainly the emails, we've been really fortunate to be able to gather email addresses and cell phone numbers through the Benefit Focus site. We use that. We encourage use of that. We went from having 0 emails because truck drivers and dock workers don't tend to have email addresses. You may experience the same kind of thing in your organization. You don't give company email addresses. So being able to get their personal email addresses that they voluntarily gave to you was a really big thing for us. So we went from having none to about 85% of our folks now have an email address, and we are utilizing that. So really, if we can think of a way to communicate, we do it, and we do it all those ways. Because as you know, we could poll every one of us, and we may all want to see something different depending upon our personal preferences, the generation we're in, how high-tech we are. And certainly I like some of the things we're seeing through Benefit Focus. The ability to text or to send text is a neat development, and some other things because we have to prepare for those millennials.
Nice. So just to tag on to that, we do all of what you do as well. The postcards, which we thought was a big thing for us. We stopped mailing out our enrollment guides. They're now posted out on our communication site. But something that we started this year were webinars. I do a monthly webinar for our new hires. So I thought, well, why can't we reach out to those 177 locations and try to pull them in and get them more information? We added a new plan this year, and we're actually discontinuing a plan next year, so we wanted to get some of that information out there. So, each store has 5 or 6 benefits eligible associates, so we have a lot of people that we need to focus on. So we scheduled about 60 webinars So I talked about the same thing over and over and over. I said the same jokes, which was great because I got laughs 60 different times. It was great. But that seemed to work out really well. I mean, we try not to hide anything. So when we introduced the new plan, which was our high deductible plan this year, we actually put a chart out there for them that said, here's how much the company is contributing to that plan, you know, that maybe 90% the company's contributing and you're paying this much. But you go to this plan and we're going to, you know, contribute less and you're going to contribute more. So they could see that and try to start gauging their decisions on dollars and cents, which is pretty much the way our group works. So the webinars were a huge success. And during open enrollment, we do a 14-day countdown. So every day there is a creative email out there that tells everybody how many days you have left, you know, almost like, you know, when you go on to Benefit Focus, you can see the days that are left. We try to bring that to the forefront every morning for them.